Welcome back. We're going to get straight on to it. I've got my next guest with me. It's Paola from Snell. Hello. Thank you for coming on. I say this to all my guests when they come in. It's always good to get a little bit of an overview of the company. If you could tell us a little bit about Snell, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. So I think a number of people know Snell. We're a leading innovator in broadcast and media industries. We have a range of products which cover pretty much everything in the production chain. Live production, infrastructure, routing, conversion and play out. And certainly at IBC this year we've probably got something to talk about in every area.
Excellent. Well, that's great because we've got something to talk about then, haven't we? So it's IBC. There's always something new at IBC with a lot of companies. I'm sure it's the same with Snell. Anything exciting to talk about this year that we're showing?
Yeah, there's quite a few things actually, because like a lot of companies, we save our major announcements for showtime. So for example, in the playout area, we have a leading product, the ICE, which is one of the world's leading products for the channel in a box. We're now expanding the ICE range so that we've announced a new ICE LE, which is a 1U ICE this year, and also the ICE SAN, which means that you can have a SAN attached to all your ICE devices. So that's pretty convenient for our customers. In the infrastructure area, we've got a number of new products to do with format conversion, a huge new range of low-cost format converters. We're showing advances in our control and monitoring system. We've got some experimental kind of prototypes that we're showing on audiovisual fingerprinting, which obviously you can use for lip sync and for A/B compare. We've got a 4K down converter, which is pretty fabulous quality. We think it's worthwhile, come and have a look at that. And in the routing area, we're showing a number of additions to our routers, so kind of expanding the capability of the routers. Production switches, wow, now that really is a whole load of new stuff. We've got the 4K Kahuna 360, so you can kind of seamlessly mix your SD, HD, 1080p, 4K into one production. Makes it very, very attractive. We've already got a number of customers using our 4K Kahuna. Sky Italia been using it for tests, and TV Skyline have also started kitting out a 4K truck with our Kahuna. And the most exciting thing we want everybody to come and have a look at is our new Maverick panels. So Maverick's like a modular concept in a control surface for a production switcher. So you can kind of mix and match how you want your control surface to look. So it's kind of more efficient, makes life a lot easier for customers. And because Kahuna 360's got a lot of flexibility in how you set those panels, it's really got to be a tool kind of for everyone.
So it's quite interesting when you talk about, because I always assume that when you have something like a vision mix or something, you're stuck with this layout of a million buttons, of which you probably use a small amount of them. So you have a system whereby you can customize this for people.
Absolutely, yeah, and we'd really encourage people to come along and have a look and actually physically see these modular panels and kind of understand how they might mix and match for themselves. So that's kind of all to do with play out and live production. But we've got a couple of really big new announcements in the post-production space, and that's what I personally am really excited about. So we have launched what we're calling the Snell On Demand framework. So Snell On Demand is a software framework, and it's a framework on which we're going to have a number of products in the future. But the first product is our Alchemist On Demand. So a lot of people know Alchemist, it's the world's leading standards converter. You can now have Alchemist frame rate conversion in software.
Wow.
So it's not just that it's in software that we're excited about. The on-demand framework is very flexible. It allows the user to choose the hardware that they want to implement the software on. So you could just have it on a single server with some GPUs, server farm, right up to a cloud implementation. And so we're giving the flexibility to the customer, and that's why we say it's on demand. The application from Snell is available to the customer when they want it and how they want it. But in doing that, we haven't compromised on quality. Alchemist On Demand, software Alchemist, is as good as, if not better than, the hardware Alchemist. And so it's not just the quality, it's got the flexibility and it's ease of integration. It's got a FIMS interface, So you can integrate it straight into a media asset management system. We're showing it obviously integrated with our Momentum, but you can integrate it into others. And it's a great price, so it's something that we really encourage people to just come and have a look at.
So from a client perspective, moving to a software solution, what's the advantages for a client as opposed to going to saying, I'll buy that box off the shelf?
So first thing really is that a lot of people now have a file-based workflow. A lot of people really are no longer using tape at all. So if you need a file conversion, you need something where you can just literally put a file in, convert the frame rate, format, whatever you need, and get a file straight out. So Alchemist On Demand's got a really easy mechanism, so it's got a queue, or you can use watch folders. Just say what you want the output format and frame rate to be, pop the file into that watch folder, and then go away and do something else.
Right, so instead of having to find that file, put it to something to play it out, and then play it through a hardware device, you can just literally file open, find the file effectively, and it'll do the conversion. And it'll still work in a live environment as well with the live?
So in the live environment, if you've still got SDI feeds, we still recommend our hardware Alchemist. Can't be beat.
Sure. So I've always known Snell as a hardware manufacturer. You're now moving into doing software products as well. Is that something you think is going to increase? You're going to see more and more software solutions as well from Snell?
Yeah, because Snell has always had software solutions. For example, with the Morpheus product, with the ICE channel in a box, and the Momentum software, obviously. So we have had software products for some time. And of course, we offer a lot of controller monitoring software as well. But I think you're right in saying the on-demand framework is actually a new framework on which we can put more software products. So within the company, we've got a ton of really good intellectual property for signal processing, for restoration, for signal analysis, audio processing and so on. So we've always had a lot of good technology, but sometimes it's not economic to make a specific dedicated hardware box. Well, now all that great IP can find its way into software world much more easily. Gives our customers more choice, and also allows us to address more of the post community, and really try and make things fit into a bigger post-production workflow.
Brilliant. Paola, that's really interesting. Thank you for coming on and letting us know. Now, if people want to come and see everything that you're talking about, whereabouts can they find you?
Yeah, we're in Hall 8. We're on stand B70.
Brilliant. And if they want to find you on the web, is there a website they can go to?
Yeah, sure. It's www.snellgroup.com.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for coming on. Go and have a look at their stand if you're coming to IBC. I'll say it again, it's in Hall 8 and it's stand B70. And of course, the website, if you're unable to make it here to IBC, we will find everything you need to know about Snell.